I tried hard to convince myself that he was the one, and that's how I knew that he wasn't. I mean, he checked all of the boxes and he still was not a great fit. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the lessons learned from my most recent dating experiences, especially since I have made the decision to start back actively dating again. And I am going to also be referencing the video that I made a few months ago. And the title of it is He Checks All the Boxes, So What's the Problem? Or something like that. But I'll make sure that I have that video linked to this one. So that way, if you're new here and you have not seen it, then you can watch that as a reference to this, as like an addition to this video. And then if you have already seen it, then you can still go back and watch it and compare notes and watch the growth. But anyway, so I just keep thinking about that situation and thinking about how I was literally questioning myself so much so to the point where I was trying to make myself be a problem because me and this guy was not aligned, and trying to make it make sense for myself simply because he checked the boxes. And I'm also questioning checking the boxes too. In my last video, I said I don't really like that term, and I'm realizing that I don't really like it because a box is a box. It doesn't feel freeing, and I don't like things that feel restrictive. And also realizing that it's just another conditioning that is imposed on us by society, telling us how we should accept things based on how it looks on paper. Like, okay, yeah, he had a lot of the things that I liked. He was funny, intellectual, was good with his hands, could carry a tune. But just because of all the stuff that I have on my list and that I like doesn't necessarily mean an alignment, especially that part of my list anyway. Like, I was just looking at the surface stuff. I wasn't really fully checking for character things or any other important things, just those superficial things. So that's what I was thinking about. And then it's like, you have to watch the energy. You have to watch what you want and what they want. You have to pay attention to, even when the words are not being spoken, even when certain things are not being explicitly said. Like, for example, he wanted to move faster than I did emotionally and sexually. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but I'm just saying that does not work for me based on my past experiences. And I communicated that to him, but it was not that it didn't work for him. And that's where we clashed. And it was like, neither one of us was willing to compromise. And that ain't even a problem either. But it's just like, once you realize that you're not aligned, you want to move fast, this person don't want to move fast, then that doesn't necessarily make the person you are dealing with a problem. It just means that y'all don't fit. Like, y'all don't align. Like, it's there. Just like you want to move fast emotionally and sexually, there are other people out there who want to move as fast as you do in that area. Just like I'm fully believing that. And for me right now, I won't even say it's a matter of moving slow. It's just a matter of moving aligned. I was going to say right, but I don't like to describe things as right or wrong either. But so I'll just say aligned, because I say slow, but it's really cautious. It's really taking the time to get to know somebody, connect with them without rushing the connection. And right now I'm in an area of my life, I'm definitely not trying to rush anything physical. And it's not because I'm trying to play hard to get or none of that stuff. Like, I've never done that. That's never been the case for me. It's just like, believe it or not, some people don't just like sharing their bodies with a whole bunch of people, like getting in and out of situations and just giving it out. Like, no. And I'm definitely not too keen on it right now, like even more strict about it than I was in the past, because it don't be worth it. And today I was talking to a homeboy of mine, and I was, telling him that I gotta stop being so aloof and detached when it comes to certain things. And he was asking me why I feel like I'm that way. And then I explained why. And then he was saying, well, no risk, no reward. And I was like, sometimes the reward ain't worth the risk. And that's where I'm at right now when it comes to being physical with people. Like, so we roll around, tussle around with each other for about an hour or so in the bed. And then, like, what? Like, I don't want my connection with somebody to be built off that. And I'm not rushing into making an emotional connection either, because, like, I need for it to be solid. Right now, the peace that I have with myself gotta be worth trading if I'm to get romantically involved with somebody. And that's not me saying I need somebody to be my peace. I'm just saying that I don't want nobody to take away from what I have. Like, because I am grounded in where I'm at right now, I feel like I can afford to take it slow. And I feel like people who rush certain things feel like they can afford to take it slow. And to me, that gives off an aura of desperation. And for me, in particular situations, not only did it give off an aura of desperation, but it also gave off an aura of, you should be happy to have me. You should be happy that I want you. This should just be good enough for you. I don't want good enough. I want what's aligned. And that's that attitude and behavior when somebody is not responding to you in a way that you think they should be is very telling. And it almost seems like a sense of unhealthy entitlement as well. And I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for me. I don't want it. And on the flip side, when I'm thinking about my last situation, the most recent one, where in the past I would have chased someone if they rejected me, I'm realizing now that it's not that I don't think you all of that and that I should be happy to have you. It's that I'm at a point where I value you, but I just don't value you more than me. I don't value anybody more than I value myself right now in my life, and I'm so glad to be here. It's like, because for so long, that's not the way I viewed myself in relational dynamics. But now that I'm here, now that I'm growing in this space, I ain't going back. I could never go back to operating the way that I used to. I just, no. I see how much of myself that I lost. See how much of myself that I did not steward well. I see how much of myself that I just simply neglected and did not care for. And that's just not how I am anymore, where I am. No. So I just been thinking about that, like, I'm not forcing anything to fit. And the person that I am to be partnered with, I want them to be my friend. And I can understand why people are afraid of the friend zone. I can understand, because you feel like you get in that friend zone, you get stuck there. But I feel like it's also important to realize that it's some people who appreciate friendship being the foundation of a relationship too. And I'm one of those people. And I feel like if I meet a man who don't want to try to get to know me on a level to where we can call each other friend, then that's something that's not in alignment with me either. Like, I don't want to be codependent on somebody. Like, I wrote this piece on Threads that perfectly described where I want to be in love right now. Like, I want to be surrounded by it, but I don't want to be drowned in it. I don't want to lose myself in it. I don't want to be suffocated by it. I want to float in it. I want to be able to see where I'm still going while being surrounded by it. Like, that's what love has to look like, feel like, and be like for me right now, or else I don't want it. I do not want it. I don't have to have it unless it's like that. And that is something that I have never been more sure of in my life. But I am sure of that. So, yeah, I just been thinking about it. Like, I really was trying to make me be the issue, because I was still in that mind frame myself of, this should be good enough. Why it ain't good enough? It wasn't, because it wasn't aligned. And I don't need that type of anxiety either, trying to pull me or rush me to go somewhere that I'm just not ready to go. No. That part right there, starting off with somebody on that type of foundation is not healthy. Well, that ain't what healthy look like for me. Some other folks may be able to do it and thrive in it, but I tried it. I moved fast before, slid into situations where I have conversations with people. I moved slow before and slid into situations with people that were not healthy. But in doing both, I know which one works for me. Moving slow is that's my lane. That's where I will stay. But not only am I sure that that's my lane, but I know where I need to pay attention to, because, like I just said, sometimes moving slow, you don't see everything. But now I'm paying more attention. I'm refining and defining what things look like for me. And I can just only allow myself to be open and stay hopeful that I'll find somebody else that aligns with that. And also going back, and I don't mind going back. I don't mind recircling back to a thought. Over here on YouTube, I'm tired of trying to watch myself from being repetitive and all these things, trying to make it be like enough to keep people entertained. If you want to be over here watching, you can watch it. And that's my little tangent. But anyway, so another reason why I don't like the saying check boxes outside of it sounding restrictive, well, I guess this is the other part of the restrictiveness too, is that it doesn't, okay, so say you meet somebody and they check all the things that you got on your list right now. It doesn't leave room for you all to grow, expand differently, and maybe like come outside that box and be something else. Like, the only thing in life that's constant is change. And whatever it was about the person that drew me to them, if they decide they're growing or want something else different for themselves and their life, then the box that I put them in will not allow them to do that and still be in harmony with me in a relationship, I feel like. And I feel like that would be the case. Like for me, like I would, if I wasn't allowed to grow, I feel like I would not be in harmony with the person from not being able to see me as someone who is capable of expanding and growing outside, growing beyond where I'm at a certain point in my life. So that's another reason why I don't like the idea of checking boxes. But yeah, anyway, that's my little rant and my little tangent, my little reflection of what I've been sitting with since my most recent dating experiences. And I just want to know, have you ever been in a situation where you could feel it in your body that you and this person, and even not just feel it in your body, but knew intellectually that this person was not your person, but because they may check some marks on and check some things in the boxes, y'all know what I'm trying to say. And they look good on paper, all of these things, and then you felt like they was a good person, and it just should have been good enough that you tried to convince yourself that you should just take it, that it should have just been good enough. Like, have you ever tried to talk something into convince yourself that something should be aligned when it wasn't? Like, if so, I would like to know your experience with that and like how you navigated it and moved forward. Yeah, let's have a conversation in the comment section. If you feel bold enough to do so. But if not, that's fine too. But I would like to hear it. So, if you're new here, my name is Latrice. Here's where I think out loud, reflect honestly, name patterns that keep us stuck. If anything here on my channel resonates with you, feel free to take what you need. And if it doesn't, please feel free to leave it. If you feel like we're aligned, hit the subscribe button. And I'll be back in the next video.